You're watching India Today. Priyanka Chopra's Quantico might not have been renewed by the network, but the third season, which is being aired currently, has irked fans back home. In the show, her character called Alex Parrish, who's an FBI agent, foils a plot by an Indian who is planning to carry out a nuclear attack in Manhattan and frame Pakistanis for it days before a summit on Kashmir. Chopra's character foils the plot after noticing a Rudraksha on a chain worn by one of the terrorists. People are calling out the show for showing India in a bad light. To many, the plot twist comes to amounts to a betrayal by Priyanka Chopra. We have Radhika Avasthi, who's with us live from our newsroom, and Gaurav Sawant, who's with us live from our studios. Gaurav, to you first. People are accusing Priyanka Chopra of being an anti-national. This is a fictional series that we're talking about here.
Well, Priyanka Chopra, according to the producers, had no role in the script. That's a fact. But she is voicing those lines. And the fact remains there is no thing as Hindu terror as is being portrayed in Quantico. Now, their ratings have slipped a lot. Nobody's watching this, but at the same time, they come out with Pakistan is a world-designated proliferator of nuclear weapons. That's known to the entire world. But here is a serial that's not looking at the real criminals, the real terrorists, that's Pakistan, instead shifting the blame on India, which has an impeccable track record when it comes to nuclear non-proliferation. So, you know, this is how elements in the United States of America are playing with facts and mind games, as some allege.
Right, and let's also get a word from Radhika, who's with us live. Radhika, this is a fictional series which has become very popular amongst fans, not just in India but also in the US.
Right, Simi. In fact, the question which begs to be answered is whether we should look at it as creative freedom or the fact that Priyanka is an Indian face which has represented the country globally. So, as it is her responsibility as an actor should be, she should be held accountable for the fans who are, following her. So, I think that's a contradiction here. That is she completely responsible for the storyline? No, she's not. She's not written the script. But as an actor, should she have agreed to act in a storyline which could be portrayed in a controversial fashion for her fans and, Hindu fans everywhere? So that is what I think is the problem, and a question which begs to be answered.
Gaurav is also with us live from our studios. Gaurav, before this, there's nothing that's been that Indian fans have found objectionable about Quantico.
So, Quantico, otherwise, people are proud of Priyanka Chopra doing so well overseas and all of that. But listen, this isn't about Hindu terrorists. This is about India. What is this woman saying? Indian nationalists. What is the serial saying? So this is a serial that is criticizing our country for nuclear proliferation, which India has never done, which is the country that's actually has the worst track record in the world when it comes to nuclear proliferation. It is Pakistan, whether it's giving nukes to North Korea or giving nukes to Pakistan, to Iran. That is what Abdul Qadir Khan of Pakistan has actually done all his life. But while they ignore all of that, they accuse India in this serial. But that is exactly how psychological warfare is fought. That you reach out to a generation, you're not telling them the truth, you're telling them absolute lies, especially at a time, Simi, when the ratings of this show are at rock bottom. So this is how they adopt a very desperate and many would argue despicable measures to defame India, to defame Indian citizens, to say that there's a false flag terror attack. Pakistan does that all the time, but they're ignoring that because the director claims that they don't want to, typecast people. But then the real fact is Pakistanis have done this in the past. There is a Pakistani Air Marshal's son who actually tried to blow up Times Square. That's a fact.
Right, Gaurav and Radhika, stay on with us. Let's once again listen into that sequence from Quantico which has upset fans in India. We have Gaurav Sawant and Radhika who are with us live this afternoon. Gaurav, as you rightly pointed out, it's the phrasing of the dialogue which probably has upset fans. It's not Hindu terror or Islamic terror. It's Indian nationalists that Priyanka Chopra uses while referring to the man who'd allegedly planned a terror attack.
Absolutely. And all of this happens by design. None of this is just creative freedom or independence of thought. All of this is very carefully orchestrated. And let me reiterate, now, as Radhika will tell us better, Quantico's ratings, which were extremely high in season 1, are rock bottom today. They're hoping that they will crawl their way back. If there's a if there is something which is criticized, people will come and watch it. On the contrary, there are people who are so upset, and now this is all over social media. There are people who are so upset who they're saying boycott everything that Priyanka Chopra actually endorses. So, you know, they're saying that, look, India is so proud of you. You've done so well overseas, but how are you making your country proud? You're bringing bad name to your country through such a thing. India is a victim of Pakistan's state-sponsored terror. But all of that is never highlighted. What are these people saying? It's a false flag Indian nationalist attached, as if Indian nationalism is a bad thing. So all of this is something that has upset a lot of her fans. It's upset a lot of other people, forcing the producers of Quantico to actually issue an apology.
Right, Gaurav, but the other argument could also be that it's a fictional series which speaks about fictional characters and their fictional plans. Stay on with us. I'm going to come back to you in just a bit. We also have Swami Chakrapani of the Akhil Bharat Hindu Mahasabha who's with us on the phone line. Swami Chakrapani, how do you respond to this scene where Priyanka Chopra talks about an Indian nationalist's plan or role in a terror plot?
हिंदी में पूछिए, हिंदी में।
स्वामी चक्रपाणी, प्रियंका चोपड़ा हॉलीवुड में एक सीरीज में काम करती हैं जिसका नाम है क्वांटिको। उसका एक सीन रिलीज हुआ है जहां पे प्रियंका चोपड़ा जो कि एक FBI एजेंट का पार्ट प्ले करती हैं, वो एक टेररिस्ट के ऊपर से एक रुद्राक्ष निकालती हैं और कहती हैं कि ये पाकिस्तानी, वो लोग समझते हैं कि शायद वो टेररिस्ट पाकिस्तानी है, बट रुद्राक्ष मिलने के बाद वो कहती हैं कि ये एक इंडियन नेशनलिस्ट का काम है जो पाकिस्तान पे ब्लेम डालना चाह रहा है टेरर अटैक का। आपका क्या रिस्पॉन्स है? काफी लोग अपेरेंटली बहुत अपसेट हैं इस सीन से।
देखो, ऐसा है, सबसे बड़ी बात ये है कि जो व्यक्ति भारत में पला बढ़ा, जिसने भारत ने जिसको इतनी ऊंचाई पे पहुंचाया, उस प्रियंका चोपड़ा जिस प्रकार से पूरे भारत की बदनामी कर रही हैं, उसने आतंकी को हिंदुस्तानी को आतंकी दिखा रही हैं और उससे तो गर्वान्वित महसूस करे, बहुत बड़ी दुर्भाग्य की बात है
जी। बट स्वामी चक्रपाणी जी, मुझे पता है कि काफी स्टेटमेंट लोगों को बुरा लगा है, मगर अल्टीमेटली प्रियंका चोपड़ा एक एक्टर हैं, वो एक कैरेक्टर प्ले कर रही हैं, एक पार्ट प्ले कर रही हैं एक सीरीज में जिसकी स्क्रिप्ट उन्होंने नहीं लिखी है, जिसको डायरेक्ट उन्होंने नहीं किया है, जिसको प्रोड्यूस वो नहीं करती हैं। एक कैरेक्टर का कुछ डायलॉग्स डिलीवर करने में ऐसी क्या इंसल्ट हो गई हमारे कंट्री की, और क्या हमारा कंट्री इतना छोटा है कि इतनी आसानी से इंसल्ट हो जाता है?
नहीं, देखिए, ये कहा के नहीं बचा जा सकता कि आप कोई भी, आप जब देश से बाहर जाते हैं ना तो राष्ट्रीयता सर्वोपरि हो जाता है। आप देश से बाहर जाकर के माँ बाप को नहीं भूल सकते। माँ बाप को कोई अगर जो करेक्टर ऐसा दे, माँ बाप को गाली दो तो गाली नहीं दे सकते ना। आप, एक मर्यादा होती है ना। राष्ट्र धर्म से बड़ा कोई धर्म नहीं है, राष्ट्र तो सर्वोपरि है, जहाँ पे सबके और इस देश के बारे में इस तरह की सोचना, यहाँ के लोगों को टेररिस्ट दिखाना और वो करना, हमें लगता है कहीं ना कहीं अंतर्राष्ट्रीय जो एक पाकिस्तान आतंकवाद फैला रहा है, कहीं ना कहीं ये भी आतंकवाद में इनकी भी हिस्सेदारी है। आतंकवाद को दबाना है, क्योंकि अगर जो मुख्य आतंकियों को, अगर जो आतंकी न दिखाया जाए, दूसरे को दिखाया जाए, तो कहीं ना कहीं भटकाने वाली विषय है। तो एक तो इन्होंने देश से भी गद्दारी किया है, दूसरी इन्होंने गलत चीज को पेश करके ये अपराध किया है। बिल्कुल बड़ा दुर्भाग्यपूर्ण है। हमने सुबह पेपर में पढ़ा है और बड़ा ही हमें ठेस लगी, और हमारे हिंदू महासभा ने इसके प्रति शिकायत किया है। तो ये बड़ी दुर्भाग्यपूर्ण है, ऐसे इनको नहीं करना चाहिए, और या तो ये तत्काल छोड़े और देश से माफी मांगे, अन्यथा इनको भारत की नागरिकता इनकी समाप्त कर दी जाए।
ऑलराइट, स्वामी चक्रपाणी जी, बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद आपका इंडिया टुडे से बात करने के लिए। गौरव इज विद अस लाइव फ्रॉम आवर न्यूज रूम। गौरव, probably a very harsh response from Swami Chakrapani saying that her citizenship should be revoked, but probably an apology from Priyanka Chopra, considering that so many people are upset for a dialogue that she delivered in a fictional series.
As far as Priyanka Chopra is concerned, she's actually only an artist who's playing a role, lines that were given to her, lines that she hasn't written herself. She's just been paid to enact those lines. So that's where, you draw the line as far as Priyanka Chopra is concerned. But should she want to be associated with something like this? Simi, would you want to be associated with something that does not speak the truth? That's an individual call for Priyanka Chopra to make. Similarly, it's for her fans, whether they want to actually, buy products that she endorses, or they'd like to stay away from products she endorses because they don't agree with this line of thinking. So that's where freedom of expression and freedom of choice, and especially in the social media, it plays a very, very critical role. But something like this, should well be avoided, because this is very close to the truth. India is a victim of Pakistan's state-sponsored terror, and that is something that doesn't have to be said only by the Indian government. It needs to be said by every Indian, because we Indians are victims of Pakistan's state-sponsored terror. Government of India did not die in 26/11 Mumbai terror attacks. It's the people who died in 26/11 Mumbai terror attacks, or a series of other Pak state-sponsored terror attacks in our country, including the recent ones in Jammu and Kashmir. So it's for every Indian to wake up. Priyanka Chopra as an Indian, the choice is hers.
All right, let's also get a word from Radhika, who's with us live from our newsroom. Radhika, how have Quantico's numbers been? Are we likely to see another season of Quantico? And what are Priyanka's plans vis-a-vis the show?
No, definitely the season is not coming back. They've clarified that. But, I'd like to also add earlier to what Gaurav said that, the show numbers are quite low. But, they would know better than to probably use a storyline like this to spike numbers, because I think the initial spike would be there, but then most Indians would probably tune off because they would find it offensive to sensibilities. So ABC has issued a statement and they categorically say that it's a fictional storyline. They've definitely used different ethnicities at times to represent different storylines because it is an FBI agent based show. So I don't think there was a general intention to probably target India and Indians. They were representing a fictional storyline. But yes, Priyanka as an Indian face, as an Indian actor who has global implications, should definitely have thought twice before even acting in a role like this, because it does have ramifications to a certain extent with her fans.
All right, Gaurav and Radhika, thanks so much for that. We're going to keep coming back to you for more.
Thanks for watching the video. For more such news and updates, please like, share and subscribe to India Today. Also check out our other great videos from our channel. We know you will love to.